All right. All right, we're back home. Back home on the trail. And one thing I can tell you right away is there are few, if no bugs. So I think I saw 4 bugs on my trail here, little trail trip. Hey, Steve. Steve's happy to see me. He's probably more happy to be back out off leash, because not a lot of people want to walk him unless he's leashed up. But it's a good Monday morning. We're back in the 90s, which is actually quite pleasant for this location, and just relaxed from that trip. That hike on the Temperance River was a blast, and now we're more to just big open spaces in the southwest. There's just no trees here. There's some down below. The Santa Clara is running pretty strong still. I was up in Salt Lake City just yesterday, and there's still tons of snow on the Rockies, on the Wasatch Mountains. So a lot of snow up there, and that snow is still turning to water, and we're getting rain still. But good to be back. Good to be back. Give you a little bit of a taste of my front view here. Right there. I always have to wait. I always have to wait for Steve to settle down. I was trying to get him to sit on a bluff with me. See, I'm just sitting on some rocks. Here, I'll show you. I'll give you an idea how this place is built. But you see that right there, that rocky ledge? I'm just sitting on that ledge right there. It's not that far. It's a gradual slope, meaning that as far as the trail is concerned, it's hikeable. And if I were to jump down from here, it's about 12 feet, maybe. So it looks scarier than it is sometimes. I tried to get Steve over in a nice shady area. I'm gonna have to take him back because it's been 2 weeks since he's hiked, and he's off leash. And we've had a lot of hikers. This trail has been real busy this morning. We've got lots of scout camps. We've got these health and fitness, what do you call them, fat farms? I guess just put it what it is, that's what it is. We've got a lot of those out here. We've got a lot of those health and fitness, spa places. Obviously the location is, visually perfect for hiking. They get up really early in the morning. So we're catching the tail end of that hike right now. So I'm hoping we're getting a good stream here. If I could just get Steve to relax, I'm gonna be forced to move out of my spot here. But it was a really relaxing time. It was good to be away. What's that? Let me check this out here. I can do that. We can do all these funky things. I didn't know that. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. That's just so inappropriate, isn't it? Yeah. Let's go back. Here we go. All right. But it's quiet this morning. Crap. No network traffic. It's all okay. It's just good to be back. This is more my pace right here. Check that out right down there, down the river. We got some hawks flying over. It's if it wasn't for that airplane, I would hear the river, and the river's probably a half a mile away at the bottom of the of this little valley here. Gets it to be a river valley. But the sun's just slowly popping up. Definitely not sunrise. I wasn't able to get up at sunrise. Steve tried to get me up at sunrise. Steve! Steve! Gotta raise my voice because then he's just pacing right now. There's been so much animal life out today too. A lot of animals, tons and tons of rabbits. Probably I probably saw 15 this morning. That's a good thing as far as the ecosystem out here. It means that it's pretty healthy. I guess it's saying that there's not a lot of coyotes. Been lucky not to see a single rattlesnake yet. Hey, Steve, come here. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to head back. Come on, Steve, come here. Here we go. Let's get Steve. He's not gonna stop hunting for things. Steve, come. Come on. It's okay. Come on, you get across. It's good that he's nervous. He understands his limitations. Steve, come. Steve, come. I'm not gonna make you get close to the cliff. Steve. He's not listening. Steve. Steve, come. Yep, come on. I know you want to come. Steve, we'll go home. He's just gonna sit over. He says it's too hot. I'm gonna sit in the shade. I totally understand him. We better go. As the morning kind of progresses here, it definitely does get slowly hotter. It is not hot at all right now. But he's been running, and I'm just sitting on some nice cool rocks. I'm trying to get him to understand that cool rock sitting is a good thing. It's probably, I'd say 70-ish right now. But and it's gonna heat up quick. We'll have about 90. I think 98's the high today. So, which is still quite mild for near July. We're almost July 4th. I mean, the July 4th weekend is coming, and that would mean, here, let me give you guys a better view. But July 4th would mean, hot. It should be some of the hottest days of the year, especially going into the end of July and August. But I'm not going to complain. Right, Steve? Yeah, he just wants to sit in the shade. I totally understand what he's doing. Yeah, he says, Dad, I need some shade. I need this bush. He thinks it's giving him shade. He thinks he's gonna find something in there. Steve, there's nothing in there. It shaded his face. Come on, let's go home. All right, he's talking me into it. It's a good, we got a good vantage point walking home. Got great service here. But that was pretty cool. If you caught me on my last live stream on the Temperance River, I was really surprised I was getting that good of Wi-Fi in that location, and I definitely took the opportunity. I didn't even have a selfie stick like right now. I have a short selfie stick tripod in case I want to set up. There's some really good spots to set up, especially at the top. If you go behind me, the trail goes up right there, and that's really a nice high spot. But you want a high spot that doesn't get shadowed. You don't get Wi-Fi shadow, because I'm really high right here. And there's a cell tower at the very bottom, closer to town, and it's a really big one. It's a really healthy stream coming out of that. But man, I am dead, Bill, right now. I'm not on my. I didn't start the hike today at the turtle location. Otherwise, we'd be on the hunt. I had to park a lot further away because all the rain that we've gotten has washed out a bunch of my roads. So the roads have got washes that are just too deep for my little truck to get over. I'm hoping some big trucks, some people with some bigger tires will hit that road a few times, and what they'll do is they'll knock those banks down. People throw big concrete stones or really large boulders in it and create a drive over point. But there hasn't been a lot of traffic back here. This has been pretty quiet. I saw 2 cars today, people hiking on Monday. So it's all good. It's all good to be back. I feel good. Threw on some weight, of course. But I worked a lot. I was pretty busy. My family's busy. They've got a lot of projects that go on. My sister has a lake cabin and a lot of projects around there. I need to come during her project time because right now she's kind of wanting to enjoy cabin, not work at cabin. The fall and winter are kind of those days that a lot of the cabin folks, like to just chill. Just depends. Everybody's different. But Minnesotans are into chilling and working while they're chilling. My dad's project got all finished. He's got some small putsy jobs to do still around there. But I think we got him at a good point where it's not gonna, take your whole summer to. And it's good. It's good to be to help as much as I can. I try to keep the projects to 0 over here. I do have that landscaping project I've been staring at. Got the Dad Random project. Yes. I'm gonna paste that one out. I got a lot of film. Got my lighthouse film I gotta put up. That one turned out good. I gotta get into the drone. I didn't bring a computer with me. So I decided that I was gonna do everything live when I was there. Take some shorts, some video shorts, but using the DJI app, but it's such a low quality, download, and of course I understand why they do it. It's just mostly like thumbnail material. We got one on there. One passive watcher. It's Amelia. Hi. She was cutting the grass when I left. That's one good thing. Do you ever leave town? This is the way it works for me. I leave town and everything goes to crap. My sprinkling system stopped working. My pool is doing weird things. So a bunch of things. And they're like big things, You can't live in a climate that's 90 degrees and have your sprinklers go out, especially after you just spent a couple of days planting brand new plants. But it wasn't too bad. We got it under control, and it's all fixed, except for the pool. That's probably going to be a video project right there. To video it out. I've got it set up. I've got I've got a quick connect union that's right next to the outlet of the pool pump, and I don't know if I over tightened it on there. I didn't put enough tape on it. But there's a crack. It has to be a crack around the 3-inch fitting. So, and that makes for if it's just cracked, it makes for a small leak. But if it gives way, that's a 3-inch leak with a pump running. So that's not good. That's a lot of water. That pump your pool empty in just a small amount of time. It's not going to happen because the intakes aren't going to allow that. The pump isn't strong enough to pull water once it gets to a certain depth. Oh man. Oh, I gotta go around this way. This is the spot that I'm usually not at this spot here, but yeah, this is the corner of the BLM land right here, down there. Here it is, BLM marker, right there, and of course, there's America, and her birthday's coming up. And we should probably replace as many flags here as we can on her birthday, I'd say. I'm gonna go find me some, go to the dollar store and get me a whole grundle of these flags. But they have to be made in America, otherwise I ain't buying them. Not buying Chinese flags. As much as they make awesome drones, I already appreciate them enough. It's okay, we love you, China. But I gotta stay left here. Here, let me give you a frontal view. You can see where I gotta walk. So, I gotta walk. I'm trying to stay close to the fence. Normally I walk that way to where the turtle is, but there's people over there. So I could walk down down through this rocky area. It's kind of fun. I'm always hoping I'm gonna find something down below here. This is where it washes out. You go down into the wash, but I could lose my Wi-Fi signal down here. Steve is definitely, oh, there's rabbits up there. I can see him moving. Steve doesn't see him, he's so tired. There is two vehicles down there. And I shouldn't run into those people. They usually stay on the trail and I usually stay off the trail. Here, we're gonna go down into the rocks here. Hopefully, like there's the tower, so right down here in this wash. Right here, there we go. This is what washes out. And there's a lot of these washes coming down the hill. That's how in the west, we don't have much plant material, so it creates these beautiful washes. If you look right down there, check that wash out. See that? See all the rounded rocks? So during rainstorms, these things fill up with water. That's how the water gets down the hill. And all the little, the small tributary washes will add to the bigger ones. But look at this. It's all rounded and weathered. See that right there? Woo! Right there. And then you got this, they call this desert varnish over the top of it. You get the darker stuff right there. You hear that? Feels hollow, isn't it? Sandstone starting to flake off. All right. Here it really drops. See all those. So that's Big rocks you get up here. So I'm gonna walk around them. Still green, there's still some green out here, but nowhere near as green as it was when I was coming out a month ago. There is definitely a change, but there's still enough green. You can see through here, you can really see the variances of green that are still around, which is very uncommon. Lots of lizards. Lots of lizards coming by. Steve's looking back, making sure I'm around. He lost me a second ago. Like on the way up, he was about, I don't know, about a quarter of a mile away. I could see him, I could see his tail, and then he could hear me, so I said, "Hey, Steve." And he immediately looked up. I think he was searching. And he made a beeline straight for me. So he does want to know where I'm at. Nice and cool walking back. Nice and cool. And there's Steve down there. Hey, Steve. Steve! These washes are great places for rabbit hunting, so. And he can barely run after a rabbit at this point. All right, we're at the peak here. Oh, there's a rabbit down there. There's two of them, and he's after them. With the last bit of gallop he has. My daughter made a comment while I was gone. She took a picture and said he looked like a reindeer because he stands up on his hind legs like when he gets really excited, and he looks from a real high angle. He can, if you think about, a person if he stands on his hind legs on the counter, he's about 5 feet tall. And he knows that now. He knows he can see things from his hind legs, so he uses that to his advantage. And he will get up really high when he sees something. His tail gets curly and he gets really high. I'm way to the east of where I need to be. I gotta go west. You've heard Ancient Aliens where they say, "Oh, these rocks were carved by humans," and check these rocks out, guys. If you see enough volcanic rocks, here. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's a stairway. Somebody's building a stairway to nowhere. So, but you can just see that. You can see the natural stair steps, and people mistake those. There is archaeology out here, and I run into lots of it. And there were homes. There are lots of what I call foundations out here for peoples that lived around here, the Puebloans, the Paiutes, which are all part of the ancient ones, the Anasazi Pueblo, and they were all over. And like I said, you change the climate around here a little bit, and there is going to be a fair share of folks that are going to take advantage of this weather. You don't freeze to death, but for maybe a month or two, there you can find just enough wood to keep it warm. So, man, I parked way down there today. Oh boy. It's okay, I'm in no hurry. Way down there. Right about there. Further than my usual place. Yeah, I can imagine there's a whole lot of people going to work, sleeping in. It is Monday, but my job is walking Steve during these months. Just going to, and of course, got to see what I can do to finish up that yard. What I should have done was thrown a bunch of big shrubs. I should have had empty trash cans. I drove all day yesterday to get home. And then I moved an apartment from one place to another on the day before. So Saturday and Sunday have not been simple. Oh, there's another rabbit down there. Steve, we're almost to the bottom of the trail here, trailhead. The old corner of a fence line right here, or a stretcher. You group posts together to create corners in fence lines. So anybody that doesn't know anything about fences, you create a solid corner. Usually you put a larger post in the center, and then these two other posts create stability, so you get the power of three. And this looked like at one time it might have been a gate opening, but it has two fence lines coming into it. Yeah, here's the stretcher post right here. And you see that notch right there? This post here went into that notch and created the corner. This corner post lost its footing down there. So I built a lot of fences in my time, and farmers make them the same way they've always made them. But this post base right here was, I don't know how it was balanced in there. It was, but they had a stretcher system right here. Here's the other stretcher right here. Right there. And there was a smaller, this was hacked in right here. And those stretchers were chiseled in there, probably with a hatchet. You don't need many tools to hang a fence. You need a hammer, hatchet, and a shovel. Post hole shovel. I don't know if you could really dig in this stuff though. This is some nasty ground. You probably could dig through it. It's just rocky. They're always fixing fences out here. The cows like to push up on them, scrape their backs. They get itches just like people. Oh, wow. We got a double find here. Hey, how you doing? Who's that on there? My screen gets dark. I don't know if it's the glass I put on here, My screen gets all darkened over when it gets UV on it. I don't know, is that an iPhone thing? But let me check these out really quick. See that red down in this cactus there? And there's somebody's shirt. Yeah, let's see what this shirt says. It's tie-dye. It says, hippies were hiking here. Take that with me. Hiking with hippies. Holy crap, I parked way down there. Holy crap. All the fun walking is about a quarter of a mile away from my truck. I usually go right to the fun, so I don't have to mess around. We can get right into the rocks. But it's just city land down here. A little bit of private land. All I do is make things nicer. Ooh, man, it'll wash here. Construction going on over there. Wow, right by the cell tower. Somebody's gonna build a friggin' housing development. Well, wow, isn't that special? That's progress. So we got, I got 2 watching. But I'm about bored of this part of the walk, so I don't want to bore you with this last little bit. Here comes Steve. Everybody worries that Steve's gonna get lost. Steve always knows where he's at. I know, you see that? Like, who is that? Who is that? Who's shirt? Some old people down there walking. They stay on the trail, so I go off the trail so I don't run into them. Old people got to hike too. I want to be an old hiker someday. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off. It's been kind of a slow morning. Could be kind of sad on for my lives. But that's okay. All right, so here we go. For Dad Random and his hippie shirt that he found today. Look at that, the hippie shirt. I know where that's going. I'm not even changing oil with that. For Dad Random and Steve, who's really thirsty right now, I'm gonna take home and I'm gonna probably head to Starbucks, yeah. But probably without Steve. Steve needs to relax. It's been a long hike for him. But for Dad Random, thank you. Like and subscribe, please. If you make it to the end of this video, that's so awesome. If you join me today, that's even more awesome. But this is slow time. It's Monday. I could totally understand you not wanting to get up and watch me walk around. It'd save you a whole bunch of trouble walking, though, for yourself. But, right, Steve? Yeah, Steve's ready to go home. But for Dad Random, I am out of here with my hippie shirt. Yeah!